So what we're talking about now is the old bait and switch. This is where you think you're getting one thing, but when it really comes down to it, you're not getting that. And to get what you want, boy, it's going to cost you.
Yeah, we this comes up a lot. It's the apples and oranges thing. We have a number of builders that we compete with, maybe two in specifically, that I've received feedback from customers, their customers, our customers, people that have spoken to them, that one of their lead-ins is we do everything Epic Homes does, but we just do it for less money. And in one particular builder, I've walked their houses and made a list. I did it on a house that was about $400,000 because I really wanted to know, what did they really do different than us? Because I knew there were some things. Well, I came up with a list that was about $35,000, and that was just what I could see. They weren't using. They were using dimensional lumber, where we use engineered lumber, which is as much as 2 to 3 times as expensive. They were using Tyvek over OSB. We were using Zip System. They were using wood siding products. We were using concrete. They were using lower end paint. We were using higher
Even
end
when
paint.
they're doing foam, they're spraying the foam thinner.
They're spraying the foam
Things
thinner.
like that.
They're not putting energy recovery ventilators in. They're not using the same level of heat and air equipment. They're not doing multiple air returns. They're not doing centralized filtering. I mean, the list is like I couldn't keep a
So
breath.
how does
and
this
run
happen?
out.
I mean, obviously a customer has a contract. They typically, with the builder, will get a spec sheet, and that spec sheet is supposed to outline what they're going to get.
Well, a good example. So if you look at some of our most of the homes we're doing, they're full foamed. We're using 16 SEER dual stage condensers. We're using 96% variable speed furnaces. So if you look at a spec sheet, it might say, to match us, they'll say 16 SEER condenser, 96% furnace. That variable speed motor is about $750. That dual stage condenser changes it from a builder grade unit to something more like a Cadillac.
And it's really necessary for foam. I
It-
mean,
it
you
really
do,
is necessary
you
for
do a
foam.
lot of foam, and you don't do some of these things, and boy, the everything can be pretty catastrophic. So this isn't small things like, well, instead of 4 paint changes that I want, my spec sheet only said 2. We're talking about things that can be bait and switches on the integrity of your home, and even how the safe your home is in regards to mold growth and items like that. That if they're done wrong, can really be nasty.
Well, and then really the bait is we're doing everything they're doing. We're doing
But
it
cheaper.
for cheaper. And then the switch is they're not. And the not is it's not a few $1,000s. It might be $30,000.
And you know what? People
That's a
say
big deal.
they do things cheaper than Epic, but I really challenge that because, we get really strong pricing, partially because we pay our bills and
Pay them on time.
And we'll talk about paying bills on another segment too, about how a builder will stretch out vendors and put you at risk for things like liens. So that's another topic in itself. But in the bait and switch, it comes down to you think you're getting something and you're not, and to get it you're going to have to pay more. And that's what we're going to try to avoid. We're going to do everything we can to avoid that situation. Our reputation is too valuable in the market to do that kind of stuff, and it's something that we just won't do.